Hello everyone, welcome to Graphic Designers Workshop. Let us see how to create an Epub in InDesign. So let us start. What is an Epub? Epub is an ebook file format that uses the .epub file extension. The term is short for electronic publication and is sometimes styled Epub. Epub is supported by many e-readers and compatible software is available for most smartphones, tablets and computers. So now we are going to design a small book. It's a story book and we are going to export it as an EPUB. So let us start. I have placed the content related to the storybook inside a folder. The folder name is Moral Stories, and this is the cover page. So this will be our first page, and then the next is we have content. So we have 3 stories here. So the stories are the 2 goats, eagle and the beetle, and the next one is the tortoise and the ducks. So I have collected the stories of all the 3 fables. So this is actually a fables storybook, and also the relevant images are there. So I have saved them inside a folder. So we'll be also using these images along with the text content, right? And we also have a back cover, right? So everything is set. Now all we have to do is just get going. So the first thing we are supposed to do is we'll be creating our document. So simply click on create new, and we will be selecting an A5 size. It's a small book, so it's a small size book. So A5 is a good idea actually. So we'll be giving it a name, Fables. Right, and then we will be taking only one page. We'll be increasing the number of pages later depending on the content, right? Then we'll just simply click on create. So now we will open the pages panel. So we'll go to Windows and select pages. So this is the pages panel. So here we can create a number of pages simply by clicking this plus symbol here. Just click it, and you'll be creating more pages, right? So then the next thing we are supposed to do is we are also going to create styles. So the styles are paragraph styles. This is very important. So the paragraph styles actually will have an effect on all the headings in different pages, or all the chapter titles in different pages, and also the text information, the font styles, the colors for the paragraphs. So for all such things we have to use paragraph styles. So the paragraph styles are located in Windows menu. So we have to simply go to Windows styles and just open paragraph styles, right? So I will be first creating a mock title or a dummy title, and then I will apply some style to it, some paragraph style to it. So this is the first step we are going to do. So just I will create one text, and we can put anything here. We'll just say chapter title. So this is the heading. So we'll give some style here, style for this text. So here we will select Times New Roman, and we'll try to increase the size, and also we will center align the text. We'll give some color to the text. We'll give it a red color, right, and we can place it exactly at the center. And now you can see a plus symbol here, means the default style for this chapter title has been changed. So that is the reason why it is showing a plus symbol to the right side of the style. So what we are going to do is, we don't want to change the default style, we'll create our own style. So simply click on this plus at the bottom of this paragraphs panel, and then we'll simply double click on this, and we are going to give it a name, chapter title. So now we have created our own style for the heading. All the chapter titles will take this particular style, right? So our first task is completed. Our next task is to create a paragraph style. So simply select the type tool and then draw a text block or text box, and then we can create a dummy paragraph just by right clicking, and here we have an option, fill with placeholder text. Simply click on that. A dummy paragraph is created. So now we will apply some styles to this paragraph. So what we'll do is, just like before, we will highlight this, and again for the paragraph we will select Times New Roman, and we will also increase the size of the paragraph, but will not increase it, will not make it bigger than the chapter title. And another thing we'll do is, here we have an option, that is justify with last line aligned left. So simply click on that, right, and again the default style has changed. So what we'll do is, we'll create our own para style. Simply click here and just double click, and we'll just give it a name, para style, right. So we have a chapter title style and also para style, right. Now we can delete these two things. Simply delete the chapter title and paragraph. So later we'll put the actual content. So now the most important thing we are supposed to do for Epub, for exporting this entire book as an Epub, is we have to just open these styles and select the export tagging option. So this is a very important step. So first what we'll do is, we will double click on this chapter title, so that paragraph style options dialog or window appears, and we will change one setting here. This is very important when you are exporting your content as an EPUB file. So at the bottom of this paragraph style options, we can find export tagging. So just select this export tagging. And remember, we are now targeting the chapter title. So we are trying to change the options for the chapter title. So for chapter titles, we have to change some of the settings in this export tagging options. So the first thing we are supposed to change is, see here we can find something called tag. So just click on this drop down menu, and here we have options P, H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, H6. So what are these? So anyone who has knowledge of web designing, he will be knowing these things. P stands for paragraph, H stands for heading. So the H1 is the most prioritized heading, and the priority of this heading comes down with each heading option. Means H1 has the highest priority, H2 has lesser priority, and H3 is even lesser than the H2. So in this way the priority of heading tag comes down, right? So for the chapter title, we will select the highest priority heading. So this is H1, so we'll select H1. We also need to give a class. A class is a CSS style. So in web designing world, CSS is something to give some additional look and appearance and feel to the website. So we need to give some names for this heading. So these names are class names, and we can use these class names to design websites in a better, attractive way. So what I will do is, I will give a name heading, right? And the next important thing is, here we have an option split document, and we have to turn it on. So what split document will do is, it will create a separate page for the heading. So the heading will have its own space. Means, for example, if we have a sequence of pages, if we have a continuous pages, the heading will not continue along with the paragraph. If that happens, what will happen is, we won't find the chapter titles. So the chapter title has to be unique. So this is the reason why we have to turn this split document option on, right? And then simply click OK. So we have changed the settings of export tagging options for the chapter title. Now we will do the same thing for the paragraph. So simply double click on the para style, and again select the export tagging options, and here we will select P for the para style. So for paragraph, we have to select P. P is actually an element, a HTML element, which is used generally for the paragraphs. So we'll select P, and also in this class we will give a name para, right? And the next thing is, see, we don't want to turn this split document on for this para, because the paragraphs have to flow continuously. Heading should be unique, but the paragraphs have to flow continuously. So this is the reason why we have to turn off this split document option for this paragraph, right? So this is the first and foremost important thing before exporting this file as an EPUB, right? So once we are done with these things, the next important thing is we have to start getting the content that we have saved inside our folder. So the first thing we'll do is we'll start with the first page here. So the first page will be using the first page as a cover page. So we have to get the content for the cover page. The cover page has only an image. So what we'll do is we will simply select this rectangular frame tool, and we will draw a rectangular frame, and then inside this rectangular frame we will be placing an image. So we will simply use Ctrl D, and then we will just open our folder, and this is our cover, our book cover. So we'll just simply click open, and the next thing we'll do is we'll simply right click on this and we'll select fitting, and we'll select fill frame proportionally. So this is how we can adjust our cover. And also the next thing we'll do is we can select this direct selection tool, and we can slightly scale our cover so that our image covers the entire page, right? So now we are done with the cover. So we'll just simply right click, and we'll select object export options. So here just simply right click object export options. So in the object export options, so the first thing we are supposed to do is, see here we have to select this rasterized content. This is very important. So what it will do is it will not identify the first page as some kind of text or some kind of graphic. It will directly identify the first page as a JPEG file. So that is what we want. A JPEG file is just like an image. So we want to select this. We can also change it while exporting, but it's always a good idea to just change it right now. Right, simply click on done. So now the first page is just an image. So the next thing we'll do is we will go to the second page. So this is the second page. So in the second page we will put table of contents. So before putting the table of contents, we'll do one more thing, that is we will put page numbers. So to put page numbers, we have to go to a master. So simply double click on this page related to the a master, which is near the a master. Just double click on it so that you will open the master pages. So we have to place the page numbers inside the master pages. Select the text or the type tool and simply draw a text block at the bottom of this left page, and then simply right click and select insert special character, markers and current page number. Right, and then we will just increase the size of it. You can see a letter A here. So here the letter A appears only in the master pages. So once we come out of the master page, you will see the page number, the actual page number. So we'll also center align this, and we'll also take a duplicate of this. Right, we want page numbers on both pages, left and right page. So that is why I have duplicated. To duplicate, simply hold Alt and drag. Right, and if we come back to the pages, the actual pages, means if we come out of the master page, we can see here, we can see the page numbers 2, 3, and this is the cover page. The cover page is considered as the first page. We can't see the page number here because this image is covering the page number. Right, we'll now get the content for the stories. So here is the content. So we have the first story, which is the two goats. So the title of the story is the two goats. So we'll be starting with the title and the story from page number 3. So what we'll do is, first we'll create a text block, and then we will simply type the two goats. Right, and now what we will do is, we will simply select the paragraph style, and we have to apply the chapter title to this. So simply click on this chapter title. So this is the title of our first story. Right, the next thing is, we have to get the story. So I have saved the story of two goats. So just I will copy the content, just copy the content, and before pasting, make sure that this para style is active. So simply create a text block and paste the content. So this is the content for the two goats. This is the story of the two goats. Right, so the next thing we'll do is, we'll just create one more page. So the one more page is the fourth page. So simply let's come back here. We will just create an extra page. Okay, right. So in this page we will put the image. So we can just create a rectangular frame tool, and just hit Ctrl D, and we'll select these two goats image. Right, now we will create the next page. Just click on this create new page, and in page number 5 we'll put the next story. So the next story is Eagle and the Beetle. So we'll just copy the title and make sure that the chapter title paragraph style is active. Simply create a text block and paste. Right, then we will again create the paragraph or the story of Eagle and the Beetle, we'll just simply open our notepad text file, and we'll copy the content for this story. Just copy it, and again we will create a text block here, and we will paste it. But before that, we have to make sure that the para style is active, right? And this story is a little bit big, so here we can see there is some extra content here. So the content has to be placed in the next page. So what we'll do is we'll create one more page here, and we will get the additional content that is there for this story, Eagle and the Beetle. Just click here, click on this red color plus, so that the additional content for this story appears, and then simply create a text block and release your mouse. That's it. And also we will put the image related to this story at the bottom by creating a rectangular frame tool and simply hitting Ctrl D and then getting that particular image, and we will fit the image properly. We can also adjust it by using the direct selection tool, right? Right. Now we'll finish off our book by getting the last and final story. So I will create one more page here, and then we'll do the same thing. We'll just copy the title for the third story, create a text block, and make sure that the chapter title is active in your paragraph styles dialog, and then paste. So the title is a little bit big here, so we can do one thing. We can just drag it and make sure that the title is 2 lines text, right? Now we will get the content. So we'll just copy the story for this tortoise and the duck. Simply create a text block, but make sure that the para style is active, and then paste the content, right? So the story is not so big. Actually, we'll remove the title here, right? So you can check once. Everything looks fine. So here we'll just check the content. Yeah, so everything looks fine. The only thing we have supposed to do is we have to put the image for this last and final story. So just create a new page, and again create a simple rectangular frame tool, and bring the last and final image, and we'll also use the fitting so that we can see the entire image, right? And the last and final page is the back cover. So for the back cover, we don't need this page number, so we can simply remove the page number for this. So to remove the page number, so we have to remove the master page effect on this page. So what we can do is we can simply select this none option here. So we have this we can see a page exactly to the right of option none. So we'll just simply drag the none page over this page number 9, so that it will no longer have the page number, means the master page effect on this page is gone. Right, now what we'll do is we will create a rectangular frame tool, and we will place the back cover. That's it, and we'll use this fill frame proportionally. Right, now all our stories and their related images are inside our document. So we have completed our book. We only have one more thing left, that is we have to complete our table of contents or the index page. So now we will be doing our index page. So to create our index page, so the first thing is we have to come back to this page number 2. Simply click on this page number 2, and then we'll go to layout. So we'll go to layout, and we will select this table of contents styles, and in the table of contents styles dialog we can select this new option. Just simply click on this new, and after clicking on new, another dialog pops up which has a number of options. So from here we will select only some of the important options here. So what we will do is here the first thing we can see is TOC style. So it is actually the heading for our index or table of contents. So it is just we can put anything here in the title. So we can just say index, and the style also we can give some name here. So or we can leave it like this, but what we'll do is we will just say TOC style. Right, and here we can select the default style here, TOC title. Right, this is for the just title which is index actually. And then the next thing is here we can see the styles in table of contents and other styles. We have already created some styles such as chapter title and para style. So we will just select the chapter title here. So we'll select the chapter title and we'll add to this column. What we'll add, this column says that include paragraph styles. So I will select only the chapter title because I will be applying the chapter title to the entries. In this section we can find the entries. The entries are nothing but the story titles. So the story titles are going to have the chapter title paragraph style. So simply we have to add this, and then here we have a same style. We can keep same style, or we can say chapter title here. Right, and we can leave the remaining things just like that. Here we have a number, so we want to give the page numbers here. So to give the page numbers, we have to change one setting here. Means we want the page numbers to appear properly in one particular alignment and in one particular lining. So for that, what we'll do is we will just select a right indent tab in this for this option between entry and number. Right, so the next thing we'll do is, if we come to the bottom of this dialog, new table content style dialog, so we can see one option here, make text anchor in source paragraph. This is a very important one. So what this option will do is, the moment we click on the chapter title, it will redirect us to that particular chapter or to that particular story. So it is very important for an EPUB. So simply turn on this make text anchor in source paragraph, and once we are done with all these things, we can just simply click OK, and then we will just simply click OK. The next thing we are supposed to do is we'll again go to layout and we will select table of contents styles. Just we have to select table of contents. We have already completed this table of contents styles. We'll select the table of contents, and the next thing we'll do is just we will click OK, because we have already set all the settings here. We already changed all the settings here. Simply click OK, and once we click OK, we can see something appearing near our cursor. So we have to simply create a text block here, or we can create a block here and then release the mouse. So once you release the mouse, we can see here all the chapters and their page numbers are appearing here. And in case we think that the chapter title is a little bit big, we can change, and the moment we change the size of the chapter title, it will affect all the titles just with one single change. So just double click on this chapter title, and let us try to change its size. So here size is 30 points, so we can make it somewhere around 18 points. So now we can see it looks much better. Just simply click OK. Right. So now we have completed our book. The book has images, the index page, the stories, the front cover and back cover. So we have completed our book. The only thing left for us is to export this. So we have to export it as an EPUB. To export it as an EPUB, the most important thing we are supposed to do is we have to go to File and we have to select Export. So once we select the Export option, here we can see some options. So first we will open our folder, because we will create our EPUB inside our folder, and what we will do is we will select from the list of these options, we will select EPUB fixed layout, and we can give some name to our EPUB. So we can say fables or anything else. We can say story fables. Right. Then we will just simply click on save, and once you click on save, here we have to just change a few settings here. We can see here something called cover rasterized first page option is active by default. We have already made the first page as an image, so the same option is appearing here. So in case we have missed changing our first page into an image, we can do it while exporting. So by changing this option is by default active. So in case if it's not active, we can also change it, right? Then the one change that we can do is, see here we have an option metadata. So in the metadata, just we will put the information about our EPUB book. So what we'll do is we will say story fables. The title is story fables, and the creator is myself, and we can just give some description, that is it's a book of moral stories for children. So something we can give. We don't have to put everything, every single matter in all these blocks. It's enough if you at least put your title right. So once this is done, we can simply click OK. So our EPUB is completed. So let us check the output. So to check the output, we have to download an EPUB file reader. So this is an EPUB file reader. So then we'll go to File and we will select Open. And then we will just browse to the folder. So it's, I think we have to, yeah, go to the folder and we'll select this EPUB file. So this is our EPUB. So we can check the pages. So we can see different pages. So we can also see the images. We can also see the back cover. And another good thing is, say, we can simply click on these titles. For example, if you want to go to the Eagle and Beetle's story, we can simply click on this Eagle and Beetle, and we'll be redirected to that particular page, and we can simply read the story here. And again we'll come back to the first page, and if you want to go to the tortoise and the ducks, simply click on the tortoise and the duck. You will be redirected to this tortoise and the duck story. But the most important thing is you need an EPUB reader to check your files, to check your EPUB output. So this is a very simple and easy way to create an EPUB. So I hope you like it. I hope you understood the tutorial. So please do subscribe, like, share, and if you have anything to say, do comment. See you again.